What's up, everyone? Let's see if I can get to the comments. Alrighty, y'all say hello when you get in here. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the audio is good. And what time is it? Quarter after. I'm gonna get the Whatnot stream started. We're gonna get going really quick. And y'all do me a favor. If you hear me, if the audio sounds okay right now, when I start the Whatnot stream, if it goes bad, let me know. Because it's been doing that past couple of weeks, and I don't know if it's when I start up the Whatnot stream or not. But we're going to be having a lot of giveaways over there. We're going to be going really fast. I think every 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to be having a giveaway. We're going to be giving away our seeds. If you're new here, Stephanie, audio good. Thank you, Stephanie. And then like sometime during the night, the last couple of weeks, it's been going bad. So I don't know if it's one I turn on the Whatnot stream and I have to turn on my computer and the iPad. So there might be too much going on. That might be the reason. But over on Whatnot, we're going to be giving away a lot of microgreen seeds. It's got these speckled peas in it. It's got radish, tatsoi, broccoli, arugula, red acre cabbage. There's about 8 different kinds in here. We're going to be giving that away like every 5 minutes. We're going to build a kit for beginners. We're going to have things so that you can get your microgreens started like that. Then you can grow them out bigger. We'll show you that. And then you can transplant it into a bigger container. And we actually did that on Friday night. I've got it sitting over there. I can show you. And then we'll go through and show you guys how to set up all of this. If you're new, we've got some that are on the way that are growing right now. There's more that need to be harvested. And then some that need to be planted out. So we've got them in all different stages, and that's called a continuous harvest system. So we'll be going over that too. Let me get Whatnot started. And then we're going to build a box that's going to have everything you need: clay pebbles, nutrients, microgreen seeds, and the adapters. All right, I'm over here, so I haven't abandoned y'all. I just got to get this other camera set up real quick. And then I'll drop a link for you. If you jump over to Whatnot, if you haven't signed up over there, you get $15 credit. Joe Allen, how are you doing? You get a $15 credit for joining. You just have to start show. Who's over here already? Phyllis, what is up? And Mary, I think I saw Mary. Kat shared the stream. Thank you very much. Terry's here. Moonlight, how are you doing? Cooking with Martha. Welcome back in. Sports cards, what's up? Shirley, Psycho, Hummingbird, what is up? Howdy, everyone. Let me get a good giveaway going for y'all. Does this look okay? We're okay, right? All right, I don't have the lights on tonight, so I'm going to look a little dark, if that's okay with y'all. If that creeps you out, I'll turn the light on, but got a tiny bit of a headache and the bright lights shining right in my face. It's not real pleasant. Robin, how are you doing? So excited to see this. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, we're going to show you all of that over on Whatnot. Here, let me drop a link for YouTube and Facebook. When you guys hear the giveaways going on, that's on Whatnot. There's a link to it. And when we start the auction, it'll be over there. We're going to have a demo, though, for YouTube and Facebook. We're going to go ahead and start with a demo so you can see everything. And you can always go into my Etsy shop and get some of the stuff. We have a whole lot more on Whatnot. And we have seeds. Over on Etsy, I don't have any seeds in there, so this is only on Whatnot. And let me get you guys on Whatnot set up. 1 second. How was everyone's weekend? We finally got a little rain. We're like in the worst drought in decades up in North Florida. And we got a little bit of rain yesterday. It was awesome. It wasn't like a downpour or anything. So, all right, I thought I got a good computer. It's not as good as my other computer. My old one that was the battery swelling up on. I need to get rid of it. This new one, there's hardly anything on it, and it is having a tough time. So be patient. I can't see much right now until we get started. You're like way back over. I'm trying to get my other screen going. Yeah, so YouTube and Facebook, new people who are showing up. These are pea sprouts. We show you how to grow those really easy. This is like one of the easiest plants to grow. It's fine. And these are the pak choi king because I grew a bunch of pak choi. If you go back to the YouTube channel, you see tons and tons of pak choi. It was so easy. And that's how we started the continuous harvest system. And when we started doing this, we'll have no nutrients, no grow medium. It's just take your peas and throw them in this adapter and set it and forget it. It's just so, and look at all the stuff you can grow. I put together the rest of my garden today. All right, Marie, color downspout 2 and bucket. Boy, going. My screen finally started here. All right, guys, there's some seeds. Get going and hold on 1 minute because I've got to add into, let me get in my inventory. I'm going to give away one of the kits. We're going to be putting together some of the kits, and if y'all were in here last night and the night before, we gave away a kit that had everything, the nutrients, the clay pebbles, adapters, seeds, the new microgreen trays, just everything in it. I didn't put it in here yet, so I want to give one away tonight. So y'all hang out, somebody's going to get one of these kits. I've just got to add it to the show. We didn't have the show scheduled. We were going to come on last night, but we were waiting on more stuff to come in. So we got some clay pebbles in so we can run a couple of kits tonight. And hold on 1 second. You know what? I can't do a giveaway on the computer. I have to go and do it on my phone. Yes, we still need a lot more water, especially many plants. Yeah, my grass, it needed that really bad, but barely enough. So that's the one good thing about all this hydroponics too, guys. Worst drought in decades, and we're growing a bunch of food. We've got like more than this growing out in the shade house. And then you can plant it out too. We've done that last night in one of the downspouts. Here I get this plane. Y'all can kind of watch that. I know you can't really see it. Maybe we'll pull some of those down before the night's over. All right. So y'all remind me, okay, through the night, we'll go ahead and have the seeds for giveaways. And then sometime before we end, remind me, and I have to go get my phone and I have to put that into the giveaway. So I enter it in and we'll give away a whole kit, if that's all right with y'all. If y'all want that. If nobody wants a kit, we can just wait. I'm sharing some of that adapters with them. Awesome. Terry's sharing. She said she had friends to show her hydroponic garden. I showed them all the microgreen growers. They're excited to be growing. Oh, you're awesome. All right, 2 minutes on the giveaway and then we're going to get started. We have the first giveaway and we kind of give everyone a chance to get in here. Guys, we're going to do some of microgreens right here. We're going to put one of these together really quick. So we're going to be building out a kit. It's going to put the stuff you need to do this, and then the stuff you need to do this. And like we said, we started, we've got these new trays. We're also going those in there. And then we'll explain this too, but this is the one that I put inside of this Tupperware container so the roots had room to grow. So you can see comparison there. You know, that's still good. That's, I mean, if you go to the market and go buy pea shoots, that's what they're going to sell you, right? We just like to, like, bam. So we've got those. I had those from the Dollar Tree, and they said McCormick on them. I went back today and I saw these said Rubbermaid, and they're the same size. These are a little bit deeper. But they still fit too. Came home and tested one. So if you go up, wrapper still on it. They'll all fit. So this one right here, it says 4.75 cups, 38 fluid ounces. If you want to shut the UPC. That's one. So we're going to put a kit together. We'll throw those in for whoever. Mr. Mrs. UGA, congratulations. You won the first set of seeds. So we're going to be putting those in the kits tonight, guys. But then anybody, you know, who just wants to go ahead and go get some themselves, that's where I got them from, was the Dollar Tree. Thanks so much. Thank you. Let's do one more. Ready? Spinning. There it goes. It started there. And now I see it. See how much of a lag there is? Microgreen seeds, kits. Davine, how are you doing? Building a village, how are you doing? And Jeremy from YouTube, hi sir, motivated me to grow a bunch of plants and everything I find. Thank you. Awesome, Jeremy. I love that. All right, guys, first, we're not going to take all your time tonight. That giveaway's going. Get in that giveaway. First thing I'm going to do is show you how to do one of those microgreen growers, okay? Here, I've got a black one, so we don't get tight on the red. We always see all these red bolts, right? It's just because I bought a bunch of them. I bought like a dozen. So there's a black one. If you take the adapter up with you, it just fits in that. And it's not, because some bolts are they're smaller at the bottom, so we'll make sure one fits like that. And then they fit your Coke bottles. Coke, Pepsi, the 16.9 ounce, the 20 ounce, the 1 liter, they fit too. Even this Mountain Dew, right? We're going to use the Mountain Dew bottle today. How's that? Y'all been seeing me do it with this one, right? So that go in there like that. We've also got a refillable one that fits these. So if you want to go ahead and keep them growing bigger, we'll talk about that in a second. But we're going to put this in the kit, the adapter right there. Put about 3 of them. So let's go ahead this together. First, you need nutrients. Who knows what nutrients we use? Say it in the chat. Who's been here long enough? Guys, this is the giveaway. All right, if you jump over to Whatnot, Facebook and YouTube, all you gotta do is click a little button that says giveaway. Maxi Grow. She's got it, Maxi Grow. It's active microgreen seeds. Sharon's got it. And right, to sell you 1 gallon of water. And 1 teaspoon. So this is the best way to grow microgreens, like your hot soy that you've been seeing us grow, right? And we transplanted out tot soy, pak choy, broccoli, kale, collards, all your little small seeds and everything. If you want to transfer them out to bigger containers and grow them out, like kind of watch back here, you'll see a bunch of like bigger plants out in the garden. Then you're going to want to grow them this way, because I'll show you, you can pull them out really. You put it in a spoon like that, shake it up. All right. If you want to plant these into the bigger containers and grow them out, you might want to bump it up to 2 teaspoons. But all of this stuff, we only do it with 1 spoon of Maxi Grow. Now we have this. I'm going to start filling up the bottle. Now, guys, you can see how easy this is. I'm doing it over the bowl so that I don't spill it all over the place. Right up to the top. You can put a tiny bit in the bowl for good luck. Hey, this adapter screws onto all those bottles. Most of these, like I said, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sprite, right like that, in there like that, just that easy. These are clay pebbles. It's also called LECA, L-E-C-A. Most hydroponic shop has it, most nurseries, because I think they plant like orchids and stuff with this. Let's know what this is. And you can get it right on Amazon. At any time during the night, if you get lost during one of these tutorials, anything you buy is going to have this. And if you go ahead and scan the QR code, it takes you to my YouTube channel with all the videos. And this one takes you to my Amazon, where you can buy more of the LECA and the nutrients and the, what do you call it? Net cups, where they're at. We're going to show you how you can plant them out into this. That's all my Amazon shop. All right, pebbles. This is just water. And we're going to throw in some soy seeds. Now this pack that we're giving away, I need to start another giveaway. They're pre-portioned for a bowl about this size. All you do is just kind of sprinkle them around. All right. Spray it one more time. That helps for germination. And then I use foil. All I do is get foil. I rip a little hole in the middle. I do it one way like that. Like a little cross in the middle. A little plug. Right? You do this. And you just leave that. Come back the next day. Kind of peek in it. And if it looks like it's dried out, spritz it again. If it looks damp, leave it. Okay? Another giveaway. It won't do it. It says draw winner. It didn't draw the winner. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, man. I'm going to reset the computer to start another giveaway. So let me, you put this aside. We did one of these Friday night. Didn't we? We did one Friday night. Here we go. All right, this was just Friday. I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see it, right? They're germinating. Facebook. Right. You can tell a little, right? So I, you guys, if it looks like it's dry, just get the spray bottle, hit a little bit more. And just keep it covered up. In a couple of days, they'll be pushing on that foil and they'll be going towards the center where the light's coming in with the bottle. And you know, it's time to pull the top off. Let me see if I can start it now. Do you spray with fertilizer water? Just water. It's just plain water. There it goes. Giveaway started. Look, giveaway time. It was just waiting for the gnome. And then in about 3 or 4 days, it'll be pushing on the top. You pull oil off. In a few more days, you're going to be about like this, right? That's your microgreens. Now, these guys weren't even under any grow lights. So if you just want to grow little tiny microgreens, you can go do that. Stick these by a window, get them up close to light. They'll open up. You can tell I don't have any room back here. So tomorrow we're going to harvest all of these. I've got those up here. Got more peas. We're going to be going over the peas in a second. See, we've got more peas. These guys are ready to go up under the lights. So that's a continuous harvest system. So if you took those and put them under the lights, let them go a little while, they'll get bigger. There's ones that, so that's greens, right? Set it and forget it. You try that with soil, you're gonna have to baby it like 2 or 3 times a day. And if you forget one day, you come back and everything's gonna be dried up. Now, if you let it go a little bigger, you grow like that. And this is one we were picking off. If you were in here last night, we're talking about when you see it here, talking about putting them in your container. We just grab a couple. See how easy this is? See how easy they're coming out? Right? I get 3 at a time. Shoots. And watch that video there. You see some big plant. This is all we did. We just took these, put nutrient solution in your container. On there, you're going to see a bunch of white jugs going up the wall. We just took a little pool noodle and held them into the top like that. Set it and forget it. All right. That's how easy it is. We also took them last night and put them in a downspout. So that's on my YouTube channel. That's all we did. We just took this, put them in a pool noodle, and we've got the nutrient solution in here. So if you get lost along the way, like you said, guys, you go look at my YouTube channel. Keep on growing. It's going to teach you how to do that. That's part of the continuous harvest system, is that you keep microgreens growing all the time. You get to eat microgreens whenever you want, right? And then just keep some. You don't have to eat all these. You can go, we've been pulling out of this one, right? And this will grow for like a couple more weeks, especially if you're using one of our refillable adapters. And that way, if you go to harvest, or maybe some pests come in and eat 2 or 3, right? We get those big lubbers sometimes down here in Florida, those big grasshoppers. They'll come in and just like a buffet, like be munching on one. If you get them coming in and eating a couple, all you have to do is pull those out, come back, and you still got replacements to go and put back into there, right? So that's pretty cool that we can keep this many plants going. So if you start a garden and you eat all your seedlings, right? Usually people have like seedlings all over the place, you know, in the little soil blocks, and then they plant everything. If something happens, you don't have anything to replace it with. You know, this you can keep going over and over and over again. All right. So these are going to be in the kit that we're going to build, all right? Where can you get the end of the gutter system? Go to World Grace Project here.org here, World Grace Project. And it's .org, I think. There you go. Go to that, www. World Grace Project. And she actually sells them cheaper than what I was selling them. The ones that you see with me, I've got real thick vinyl on it. Not really necessary. That's just what I get. And she actually gets a little thinner one. It's about 1/4 inch. And it's all for a nonprofit too. It goes to a good cause. So you can get like a set of 4 for less than 20 bucks, I think. All right, 20 seconds on this giveaway, and then we're going to give away a set of adapters if that's all right with y'all. And adapters we're going to talk about right now. So we're going to have a set of these in the giveaway. Here we go, 10 seconds. And we're going to talk about these, then we're going to put it together. So it's come together. It's going to have these adapters. It's going to have your clay pebbles. It's going to have your nuggets. We'll have some seeds in it too. Is it Gloria? Congratulations. Will you auction those tonight? Yes, we're going to put a kit together that has these. And if anybody wants, we can do. Last night what we did was, I'm going to show you our other tray. We had a couple of these trays. We gave away like one of these trays, 2 of these microgreen growers and a couple of peas. I'm going to have to see how much we got left because we're getting like hit with Etsy. Another video off, got like 3,000 views. So we just got like inundated with orders over the weekend. So I'm going to see how much we have, but we've got enough of these for the kits. So we're going to build a couple of kits out, and then we'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll have the tray. That's what we use the tray for. All right. Let me give away one. Does that say adapter, guys? My thing's lagging over here. Yes? Okay, cool. Thanks. All right, so that's for a set of these adapters. You're going to get 2 of those adapters. Now these, we're using for the peas. Let me show you how easy this is. Fit wide mouth mason jars. Keep your bands, guys. All right. So if you have the lid, you know, they come with the lid. Some of these will slide down in there. I use them like that. Some people are freaking out. So I built an adjustment ring. You really don't need those if you keep your band. All right. I made them that size because some of the other mason jars, they'll fit some of the generic ones too. They won't slide down in there. So keep your band. And let me show you how we did these peas. This is really like easy. If you guys want, I'll plan out like 12 of them real quick for you. Okay. I'm going mung beans and lentil. That's awesome. Mung beans are awesome. That's bean sprouts. Hey guys, I just soaked these overnight. If you're not growing them that I am, if you're just gonna grow, this is all you need for like, if you want one, see how much one of these is? That's about that much. So we do this to a single portion. This would probably make 2 because this is gonna swell up to about 3 times the size. All right, that'll probably do 2 of these. I do a lot at a time. All right, so this I had about down to here. I filled it up with water overnight and it swelled up this much. So this was about here, it like tripled in size. And then earlier today, I just dumped out water and it's just been sitting in here. So this can sit in here another day, but see how they're starting, the roots are starting to come out. I don't want it to go any further than that. That's the secret to doing all this. Look, hey, that's what we transplant out into the downspouts. There's full heads of pak choi. Now watch as we go up the wall. Look at all those downspouts. We did this last year. Now see, you can go up the wall with the downspouts. So if you don't have a whole lot of space, there's with the milk jugs. You can go vertical with all of this. So you don't need a big garden to do this. All right, so we soak it over and it's ready to go. I'll plant that in a second, but let me go through the whole thing for you. So we pour them in here, right? And when the roots start coming down, you don't need the water in here for like 2 or 3 days. All you gotta do is just spray it, right? And then once the roots start coming down, fill it up. I fill this up this afternoon. So you want them to get up and not touching the white. In about another day or two, these guys are going to be big enough. See how they're yellow? In another day or two, they're going to be big enough. They'll knock this off if you don't take it off. But when you start to push up, go ahead and take that off. Then a few more days, they're going to be about that big. It happens fast, guys. Once you take the lid off, the roots, look how fast the roots start going down. It happens fast after that. See these guys? See how they're not quite green? They're almost green as those, right? And see the leaves aren't developed that much. These guys are just a couple days old. Now these guys need to go under light. It's part of the system. You see I've got the piece of soap that I'm going to replant. I've got some at one stage where we just did like 2 days ago. This one's about 4 days. And then these are ready to harvest. I'm going to harvest this tomorrow. Well, these guys are going to go up under lights. And we got another set coming behind that. And we're going to plant another one for you real quick. Let me just show you. Let me see if I can find some jars. Let's do, you can see this one is in the pint. And these are in the quarts. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? That's what they'll sell you. You know, market good pieces. So that's about a serving. So you got a mason jar, the roots. I haven't done anything to this. It's ready to grow. There's no grow medium, and it's ready to go. If you guys want, I can harvest one too and show you how easy it is to harvest it and start over. But let me see if I've got. Here, if you guys had 12, I got a little shaky box here, so we'll just do 2. I don't want to like keep y'all all night. So keep your bands. Get your growers. All right, that's what was in the giveaway. Right? Goes in just like that. That's how easy it is. Here's another set. Right there. That's another set. Okay? Just in there like that. These guys, I don't measure. Everybody's like, exactly how much? I'm like, I put about 2 layers. You can do about a single layer. I like, if you want them nice and dense like this, I do about 2 layers. You don't want much more than that. All right? And that's all I do. Now, if the little roots have started like pointing up, look down in there and put any roots that are aiming up, push them down. Okay? Just say you're going in the wrong direction. You're supposed to go down. And from here, you don't want to disturb them any. So if you put it under the faucet and the faucet's going really bad, they'll start turning around. The roots will go all kind of crazy ways, right? So once they're like that, this is what I like to do is just take my spray bottle. I do this out here. We don't have a sink. And just spray it. I do this a couple times a day. And you just want to spray it enough so that you got water. See, if you don't have water coming through, you haven't sprayed. So just do that times a day. Then once you see the roots come down from there, 1/2 inch, just fill this up with fresh, clean water, right? And that's all you have to do. Then you just set it and forget it. It's just that easy. So when you go ahead and put them like that, keep your lids, just drop the lid on and it's just that easy. I even take my marker, if I've got different microgreens than that, peas, you can tell peas, all right. And you can mark on here and you can wipe it off with alcohol if you need to. So you just come in a couple times a day, spray them, and when it starts pushing that lid off, just take that lid off and put it by some light. You've got a bunch of pea shoots. How easy is that? All right, I know I saw some questions go by. Demo request for broccoli seeds with the inserts. All right, if we're going to do now broccoli seeds, I like using the deep insert because it kind of holds them up. So we're not really selling the shallow ones anymore. If you just want to grow your microgreens about that big and harvest them, then that's cool. If you want to get them a little bit bigger, I like the deeper insert. But guys, the hole, let's see, got one here. All right, got the band on it. Look, there's that. Nothing fancy. I've got a bunch of those little line, the things that the ladies use to take their nail polish off, the makeup pads. I've got a bunch of those, and I use those. Somebody said paper towel. You can sit here and cut it in a circle if you like. I just do that so it's big enough to put in here, and it covers all the holes. Just spray it with a spray bottle. Just kind of move it around. Just like that. So it's covering holes, right? Nothing fancy. This one you're going to want to fill up. I use nutrients. If you're just growing microgreens, you don't need nutrients. This one you want just touching the bottom here. You don't want it on here where your seeds are going to be floating. You want it just touching. And if you're really hot where you're at and it starts to dry up, you want to go ahead and keep spraying it until they germinate and they put down some roots. I think I've actually got broccoli. I got broccoli right there. Now this is enough for one of these bowls, right? You don't need that much for this. This is what I do. I just put enough in here. And if I have like another one that I'm doing, I take it and just shake it around. Just like that. See, it's stuck to the paper towel. So you just shake it around. If you need more, put a couple more in there. Here goes the winner. All right, then what do we do with that? And congratulations. Then we put our lid on it. So these little things, this is where I would go ahead and mark it. If you get alcohol, you can rub this off. This one says RC is red cabbage. I'd go on here and just put broccoli. Put BROC so I know what it is. A little alcohol will take that off. That's it. And then just come in, like I said, if it looks like it's drying up, go ahead and just spritz it a little. If it's hot where you're at, like over here, we've got a lot of humidity, but if it's real dry and arid and this starts dropping, go ahead and keep it filled up to where it's touching that until your seeds germinate and you start seeing roots come down out of the bottom. After they throw down a bunch of roots, then pretty much you can leave it. All right, now that just gets put in a dark place. So one of these bags is probably enough for about two of those. All right, questions. And we're going to put a kit together. So if you're new, let me know if you're new. Let's do some more seeds, guys. All right, there you go. Some more seeds right there. One of my screens is backwards. How we do bok choy in the jar. I bok choy just like that. If you're going to eat them as microgreens, if you want to plant them out like me, like you see us doing over there, the best way is to use our self-watering adapters like this. And then so we pull those out and planted them, right? On my YouTube channel, you're going to see me with a self-water microgreen grow that I made out of a takeout tray. and I put soil in it, and I put a paper towel that made it self-wicking. That worked great, but the soil was all over the roots. You just kind of rinse those off and put them in. That worked good for me, but now these clay pebbles, they come out nice and clean. Guys, you saw me just pull those out of there, right? So if you want to go ahead and grow them out, if you want more bang for your buck, you want to go ahead and do stuff like that. Does broccoli work okay in regular adapters? Soak them in no soak. The only thing peas, the big ones, peas, mung beans, corn, sunflower, any of the big ones. I'm new and found you on YouTube. Can't wait to get started. Awesome, Mischievous. I like that name too, Mischievous. Looking to grow things out, so I'm excited. Awesome. Yeah, it's once you guys start doing it, you're just going to be addicted. Guys, another way you can start if you don't want to build any downspouts. See all these up here that we're growing out? If you don't want to do that, you can always start with the mason jars. The 3-inch, you can get 3-inch net cups. We're going to put a couple in. I think we got those last night. We'll throw a couple of those in with you. But you can use these 3-inch net cups. And we just took a pool noodle. This was a big, thick pool noodle, the large one, and just cut it down so it fit in there. That's on my channel too. So you can always start like that with a couple of pak choi will grow in here. You'll get a pretty decent sized head of pak choi over here. You might have to refill this a couple of times, but that's cool. So all that stuff is on my channel. We'll throw a couple of those. Y'all want a couple of those in the kit? Let's build a kit. Let's do a couple of kits. All right. We'll do a couple of kits and then we'll have more giveaways. I bought a kit and I'm obsessed. It was so easy. Awesome mulberries. Isn't it cool? I've been working on this for like 10 years. So I got introduced to crack stuff back like 10 years ago. You check out my YouTube channel. It's awesome. It's where I learned like he did with a head of lettuce in a gallon of water with no aeration or anything. And then I took it and built it to where it would fit my needs. So I didn't want like 100 milk jugs sitting around. So I did mine. People were doing totes. So I did them in totes. The big totes are heavy. If you fill up like a 17 or 27 gallon tote, you can't really move it, right? So I started with the downspouts and that because that I was looking at the NFT channels where they have an NFT system. If you look where they're growing hydroponic lettuce with all the channels. And Mike was like, that looks like a downspout. You know, we're doing remodeling and helping people out. So we took a couple of those, made it. We tried it with the 4-inch sewer pipe. We did a lot of different things. So the buckets were like awesome. We take all the stuff and plant them out into 5-gallon buckets, and we make our own garden tower and spend $1,000. We spent like $10 on buckets or something. So it's pretty cool. All right, guys, this is going to be in a kit for anyone that's a beginner and all that. We're going to get started with some of our clay pebbles. So you don't get lost or anything. It's going to have one of these stickers you can put on your refrigerator and your journal. And like I said, this takes you to my YouTube channel with the videos, tutorials. It's my Amazon shop and my emails down here. If you have any questions, my email's down there. All right. It's going to have nutrients, enough for 5 gallons to get you started. We put a couple of these trays. Each one's got the one with the holes in it and a solid one. So those two are the ones, give me 80 seconds. Then we'll do another one right after that, all right? So these are the trays that we're growing them in like that. You're gonna get 2 of those trays. And let's see who the winner is. If you wanna grow them out bigger, right, boom, that. I went ahead and got the, so we're gonna throw a couple of those. I went up to the Dollar Tree and grabbed a couple. Who is that, Phyllis? Phyllis, congratulations. All right, so there's 2 of those too. Guys, we're gonna go and throw a bunch of peas in there, speckled peas. So if you wanna grow a bunch of speckled peas, we're gonna put those in there so that you can grow some just like this. All right. So there's a bag of speckled peas in there. Go to True Leaf Market. You can find these. You can get them on Amazon. True Leaf, I think, has like a pound of these for like $8. And I think a 5-pound bag is like less than $20. Less than $20, but you do have to pay shipping and everything, unless you go over $75. But we get you started. Got some peas, that in here. Tot soy. Look at all that tot soy. Okay, that's like pak choy, a little more peppery, a little more spicy, got a little more flavor. Right here, this was enough to do one of those bowls, a serving like that bowl that we set up, right? This is what you'll get in the kit. All right, so that's going to take you a while. And we threw your microgreen growers in there too. All right, so that way if you have your mason jars and you want to do them like this, you've got those. And if not, you can use the trays. Remember, we threw a couple of these trays in there, so you can grow your peas, grow them in that. And we're going to have 3 of these soda bowl adapters so that you can get started. All right. Hey, that rang the bell. Let's get another giveaway started. We're going to auction this off. See, put that up here. Here, we put all the seeds up here. All the seeds in the adapters. You know what? Let's have fun tonight too. Once you get doing that, if this is your starter where you grow, get started in your cereal bowls, right? You can get those at Dollar Tree. You probably got those sitting in your cabinet. Get your peas started, and then if you want to graduate, you want to practice, this one is one that fits onto round mouth mason jars. Or the Gatorade bottles. There's one in the middle, see, hybrid. So this fits 2 different kinds. It's a Gatorade. It also fits these the juice bottles, cranberry juice, apple juice, grape juice. All right, we're going to throw that in too. These we sell $19.99 over on Etsy. All right, so you get all of that. Fit in there. We shipped some off last week. All right, we can get a giveaway started. I'll let you guys get a breather. Here we go. More seeds right now. There you go. I'll give you a second to get into that. And then we're going to run this. "105 degrees. Holy moly. 0 shade except the porch." Well, you're complete opposite of me. My whole backyard is just full of shade. I need a little bit more sun. Great show, Wanting Plants. Thank you very much, Wanting Plants. All right, everybody's in the giveaway, right? Some of you are. 40, 41, 42. All right, here we go. We're going to run this. Like I said, we're not going to keep you guys here all night. And when we're done running these, if y'all want, give me a second and we'll go ahead and give one away. I got to go ahead and make a listing for it. But if y'all want a giveaway, we'll go ahead and run one, and one lucky person tonight will take one home for free. All of this stuff. Mischievous on YouTube, look up a channel called Together We Grow. He does hydroponics. I made a living wall. He's got what's called a living wall. He lives out in Arizona. He was actually featured on a YouTube channel called UFlip. It's got like millions of followers. And he grows hydroponics, and he even does some of the cracky stuff like I do. I think his name's Chuck. Real nice guy in that. But he's growing hydroponics out there all through the summer and that too. It's pretty cool. The living wall is pretty cool. It's Together We Grow. All right, guys, get your fingers ready. This is not going to be, it's not going to be sudden death. 10 seconds too long. We're going to go 7. All right, here we go, running. It's going over there. Mine's lagging. Here, if we go over 50, I'm going to throw extra seeds in for you. I got a fall broccoli. I've got a mustard wasabi and a red acre cabbage. Previous one, I threw a couple extra seeds in there. Subscribe to him. You go, Terry. Very good. All right, ready? Musara, how are you doing? And running. Is it running? No, it's not. It says it is over here. All right, one more time. I'll get this worked out through the week if I got to get another computer. There it goes. There it goes. Thank you. I'm trying this. Awesome. Who's that? Rado? Robin? Congratulations, Robin. You got set number 2. Jan Lee, how are you doing? All right, 30 seconds in the giveaway, guys. We've got a couple of these to do, and then we're going to let me go ahead and make a listing. We'll give one away. 3, 2, 1. There it goes. Traveling Girls, congratulations. Here's the giveaway. Jay Keller, congratulations. So much going on. All right, another giveaway running. Let me jump to YouTube and Facebook. We're gonna run another kit here, guys. All right, 1 second. How do I enter? I bought your ebook. Shill, let's see, everybody, how do you win? You gotta jump on over here. I've got it pinned on YouTube. Up at the top comment, you jump over to Whatnot, you get a $15 credit to use in our shop. And there's the link. This is where we're over there and people are bidding. When you get over there, set up an account, then you jump in. Entering the giveaway is the easiest, pushing a button. Every time we start one, you just push a button and it says you're in the giveaway. All right? All right, guys, you ready? So had 1 minute to get in the giveaway. And running. Nope. Yes, it is. There we go. Running. Susie's in here. Looter's Farm is in here. How are you doing? Who do we got? Lipon. Congratulations. Is that number 4? And go. You've got your microgreen growing trays. We've got your bigger trays. We put those in there for you. If you need more, just go up to the Dollar Tree. They probably have those in Walmart. They probably have them everywhere, right? You've got these. Looters fam, congratulations and welcome in. First purchase, welcome to the Keep On Growing family. There we go, another one running. We love seeing new people in here. Look, we've got all these peas. That's gonna make you're gonna grow loads of peas with just that right there, right? Got all that top soy. And then I threw a couple of extra ones in here. You've got your adapters to get your microgreen growers going. Joellen, congratulations. You're gonna have your other microgreen growers. We've got your clay pebbles in there and we've got your nutrients. So everything a beginner needs to do this, to start growing them in your self-watering adapters. Here we go. You'll be growing microgreens like that. That's what the self-watering adapter's for with the Coke bottles, the Coke bottle adapter. Oh, and we also threw this one in there. Justin, congratulations. And running. There we go, running. So everything you need to do, self-watering adapters, then you can take those, transfer them out. You know what, guys, too? All of these kits, too, I'll squeeze them in here somewhere. We'll give you a couple of net cups, too. That way, if you want to go ahead and practice this, Jennifer, congratulations. If you want to practice transferring them here before you go build out like downspouts and big totes and all that, practice with 1 or 2. If you've got some mason jars, we're going to put those in there too. So we'll find some kind of space. All right. It'll fit. If not, I get a bigger box. All right, just a couple more, guys. And it's running. Number we're on, 10, 9. Thank you, Jennifer. Here goes the giveaway. We're doing 2 things at one time. Justin, congratulations, you got another one. And Ann, is that the second one tonight? Ann's won another one. Congratulations. Yes. That's cool. We'll see how many you can win. I think the record for somebody is 5 in one night, but we were on for like 3 hours. We're not going to be on 3 hours tonight, but somebody won like won 5 times in one night. Julie. We also had Claire won, I think, 3. Somebody won 4. Okay, let's see. I'll stop and let the other ones get it. All right, yeah, I think this last one, let me count too. And we'll have more throughout the week. And Susie, congratulations. All righty, guys. Y'all get, that's a whole lot of stuff in there. We'll get this all packed up for you. We threw in a couple extra ones, a broccoli and a red acre cabbage. whatever I've got extra here, I'll toss a couple extra ones in there for y'all. But I think those will all fit. Now guys, like I said, we were getting hammered on Etsy. So give me 1 second. Do y'all want me to give away a kit like that? I have to go get my phone. I have to enter it on the phone if that's okay with y'all. If y'all want one. If not, if you don't want to wait, we don't have to do it. We can just give away some more seeds or something. Sure? All right, 1 second. Let me get my phone. This whatnot. Yes, please wait. Yeah, let me do it. Let me get this put in. Whatnot's relatively new. They've been here a couple years, but some of the things there, it's just a little. I think it was all mobile. I like doing my stuff on computers, so I'm not used to like doing all this stuff on here. So before the stream, and we can't, like I can make a listing like for the microgreen growers or for the adapters. And Justin, thank you. Justin bless the chat. I'm gonna run a giveaway. This from Justin. When I'm putting this one in, y'all can get into this one. This is gonna be for four of these. And that's from Justin. All right, so you're gonna get 4 of these. Guys, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can grow like that much at one time. All right, running. And then y'all can see me if you see me like putting on my really intense face trying to figure this out. Picture, category. Let's see. Guys, did I have the kit in there? There's a kit. All right, kit's in there. All right, so this giveaway is from Justin. If anybody's got questions, go ahead and leave it. Then we're going to run another giveaway is for that whole kit that we just had. So somebody's going to win a kit. All the stuff people were bidding on, there's a kit in the shop. Yeah, is it in the shop too? I've gotten the giveaway. I don't think I put in the buy now. Okay, it's in the giveaway. Yeah, I took it out of the shop and I took it off of Etsy. I've got people like asking me for it. We sold so many kits. I like coming over here because, like I said, I can do something for a handful of people, like all of you guys. Like, you know, I can't do for everyone on Etsy. We're getting slammed on Etsy, and they all wanted kits. When we get a bigger place and I can stock up, you know, this is like a one-car garage. I can almost touch, you know, it doesn't look like it on the computer, on your phone, but I can almost touch both walls here. And we need room for boxes and supplies and tape and all the 3D printers and everything. So when we do the kits, I have to have all the clay pebbles and, you know, just loads of stuff just stocked up. And when we get a video dropped on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I put them all over the place, and they all link to like Etsy. If one pops off, like one over the weekend got 300,000 views, all of a sudden sales take off. And if I have the kits in there, loads of people, we get like so far behind. So all of these, like we can keep the printers running like all night long if we need to. We can just get up every couple hours, switch them out, and just keep them running. But the kits, I have to keep ordering stuff and keep having stuff come in. So I took them all out. I figured I'd come over here on Whatnot, sell like 10 of them, you know, to you guys. We sold 15 on Friday night. So that's a couple dozen. You know, that's a good bit. But if it's like on Etsy, I mean, we could sell over 100 of them like over the weekend if I had the room for it. But we're getting there. All right, we're gonna pull this everybody in there. This is for 4 of these, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the whole kit. Guys, you need me to pull the kit back up here so you can see what's in it? All right, 1 minute. All right, this is what we're giving away. Now, I might not have all the extra little seeds. I don't think I have enough of that to go around for everyone. That's just for the people that purchased. But you will get, whoever wins this, you will get one of these and one of these. All that top soy and all that. If you guys win, and that's a whole lot, right? Goofy Botanicals, how are you doing? Y'all go follow Goofy Botanicals. Hey, if anybody sells on Whatnot, let people know what you sell. And it doesn't have to be plants. If you sell vintage stuff, if you sell candy, if you sell cookies, the cookie people. Man, I miss the cookie people. We've been so busy packing, and which is good. You know, we're just busy. I haven't spent a whole lot of time on Whatnot and that. Cacti and succulents. Awesome. Hey, also, which one did we go into? We rated the other night. That was a good one. South Beach succulents or something too. Y'all go follow Goofy Botanicals. All right, this is for 4 of our adapters. Nikolai, congratulations. All right, guys, this is this. All right, you got all the seeds. There's going to be 2 of the microgreen trays. Right, we've got a couple of these. We threw that in there so you can grow them out like that. You've got clay pebbles, you've got nutrients, you've got your Coke bottle adapters. There's 3 of those. You've got the hybrid adapter. You've got 2 of the microgreen growers. You've got net cups, all kinds of stuff. All right, this is a giveaway. So all of this, that cost us money, all of that, right? It's cost $10 just to send it to you too. And we didn't even sell anything last night, right? We came on, we had a couple of buy now. We actually broke even. So that was cool. I thought I was gonna come on and just have a bunch of giveaways. Enough people just bought a couple of microgreen growers that it offset everything. So we came on last night, people won a bunch of stuff, and we still broke even. Hold on, I'll find it. I know y'all, if you could run it, you'd probably do it quicker than me. My screen's lagging. Come on. There we go. Feel free to send both of my purchases in one box. All right, Justin, I'll try. I'll see. If I can fit in a large flat rate box. These barely fit like in here. So I might have to send 2 medium ones. And those are the flat rate. Once it goes into, if I get a bigger box, even the priority, then it goes by weight. And it kind of throws things off. But if I can fit both of yours into a large flat rate, I'll toss them both into there. Appreciate that. All right, giveaway going, guys. Any last questions? And before we go, let me see. That was, we did 10. Did anybody want us to run a few of these when this is going? Somebody tip Justin. Thank you very much. You're awesome, Justin. Thank you for the tip. And Justin did the blessed chat too. Guys, like I said, all our other adapters, we're just running, we're printing as many as we can for Etsy. So we really don't have like spares right now. We'll have more during the week. But this is what we did last night. 2 of the microgreen growers, 1 of these trays, and a couple of peas to get you started. Do y'all want me to run a couple of those? Thank you for promoting the show. If not, we can just come back. I'll get more stuff in by Tuesday. We'll go live like Monday or Tuesday and we can start again. So if anybody wants those, let me know. And if not, we'll just do it on Tuesday when we come back in. Mike, where do you get the square sprouting trays? I did not see them. If they fit inside plastic food storage. Michelle in the Meadow, you're welcome. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I just saw it said boost and I didn't see the name that went by. And Miss Wagner, you can just DM me. And community boost activated. I'm just Whatnot does like this crazy stuff. I look over and like there's confetti going all over my screen, and let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm talking to YouTube and Facebook right now. I'm going to sign off over there. You got less than 2 minutes in the giveaway. YouTube and Facebook, I love y'all. We're going to sign off. We'll catch back up.